just kind of kite a little bit better.
Yeah, I noticed they were doing a little better. It's so hard to... I'm never making Ravens and Battlecruisers together again in that matchup.
Oh, dude, I know.
Too
Isn't
many
it
things.
so funny? You're just like, well, what gets hotkeyed and what doesn't? Because
Yeah,
not all of this shit gets a control group, that's for sure.
I'm like tabbing through it. I'm like 7 tabs in to try to find my stim hotkey. I'm like, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, that's always the thing. I always have this moment with BCs where I'm like, okay, I don't really care about the BCs that much, but I might as well have them in the fight, so I'll throw them on my main army key. And that's always a terrible mistake, because then I'm like trying to hit stim in the battle, and I'm like, no, never put a spellcaster on your bio hotkey. It's the worst thing you can do, and I do it every fucking time.
The max I'll do is put Ghost on it, because I've trained myself to know that you have to tab, stim, and then that's how you do it. But
as long as you're used to
adding,
it,
once I start adding more than one, it's like I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I suppose it is implied, Jaden, that since they just changed the disruptor completely back to its previous form before 4.0, that it would not have that delay anymore. So I guess that does make sense.
Such a better version of the disruptor. I'm so excited to not lose all my games.
And it's going to be more useful against Zerg again, which my Protoss side enjoys, because the other one, it was just, yeah, if the Zerg had enough economy to just keep mixing random Zerglings in, ugh, it was always going to be so frustrating. You're like, well, this guy went Lurkers, but nope.
Yeah, I don't know much about PvP, but it's going to like go back to Mass Disruptor versus Mass Disruptor, right? You would
Potentially. Assume. I mean, I feel like even in that time, you could beat it with Charged Arc and Immortal, but definitely, yeah. I mean, the ability to micro that into a ball of Protoss things is pretty huge. Why are you still there, Pig? Why?
Additional Vespine gas required.
Don't think we'll get there this game, but I am super keen to see the new carrier as well, since...
Is that a challenge for me to turtle until 14 minutes in the game?
Do you want to fight carriers?
Actually, that's a good point.
But yeah, you get like 2 more interceptors at max and stuff, but they like...
Wait, they changed how many interceptors you can have?
Yeah, but you don't get Graviton Catapult anymore. So I keep thinking like, I'm gonna have to build a Nexus next to my army so I can launch interceptors.
Oh, true.
Stalker
I feel bullied right now, dude. What is this?
I'm a dirty boy.
Did you not read the no bully sign next to the command center?
Sorry, mate. That Bully Hunters show was a fucking fail, man. All it did was encourage me.
Encourage you.
Yep.
Inadequate supply. Pylons inefficient. Mineral quantity insufficient. Additional pylons required. New technology.
new effect sometime after BlizzCon or right after BlizzCon, probably. So they did it last year, I think.
Yeah, it's usually like very close after.
We actually played these last year, I think, you and I.
Yeah.
When they did the changes. And then you beat me and you made a YouTube video called Jason in the Dumpster. I remember this.
It was this game where you were dicking me, right? And then you like, it was TvT and you like flew your whole army through my marines accidentally.
Did I? That sounds like something I would do, actually.
And because we were just shit talking each other the whole game, and I was just like, "How's that garbage juice taste?" I swear, I wasn't trying to say you were garbage. I swear, it's banter. It's banter.
Putting me in the dumpster where I belong, dude.
I'm not a dickhead. I'm just an asshole, you know.
It's okay. I deserve it for all the shit I've said to Protoss players over the last year.
Do you like balls?
I always think it's gonna explode instantly, and it never does. I'm always like excited but sad at the same time.
Cannot warp there.
Oh my god, I didn't lose half my army there. Wow, this is incredible. I only lost a quarter of my army.
Only a quarter.
The firstborn shall persevere.
Additional Vespine gas required.
Glorious combat is upon us.
Presiding. Ancient glory. Mineral cluster expended. Must be placed in Protoss forces now in
Ooh,
combat.
nice.
Cheeky, bro, cheeky.
Cannot warp there. Not enough energy.
Speak. Presiding. Ancient glory reborn.
Protoss forces now in combat. Army upgraded. Mineral.
Oh my god, I can chase these units now, I remember. I just have to dodge it. Oh, this is incredible. That doesn't count. Oh, I love it.
Cannot.
So much better.
Yeah. It's just a little bit, there's something a bit less jagged about the experience of dodging it, right?
I don't get mad when I get hit. I just like, you know what? I could have microed that better, actually. You know what? It totally was not my fault. So, well, it was, but.
Protoss
Ah, I
forces
see.
now in
That's what he
combat.
was.
Little favorite. Always watching from the shadows.
Glory.
Mineral cluster.
Oh, there's an upgrade I want. Oh my god. Upgrade Neosteel armor clip.
That's so
Holy
sick
crap,
now.
We begin
Neo
I think it's going to be
armor.
helpful in TVZ. Like, after you get 3-3, absolutely, I'm going to get that upgrade.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Insufficient.
Because I can just think of all the times Zerg players try to roll, like, 7 Banelings into my PF, and I can just put the SCVs in the PF now.
speak. Ancient glory reborn. Your demand. Speak and be ancient. Ancient presiding.
I do have a bigger AoE though.
I return to additional Vespine gas must be placed in power field. Research completed.
Speak your demand. We begin on ancient glory.
Upgrade completed.
Veritably preside. Speak. We begin on
New army upgraded.
I live on.
Need more mineral field exhausted.
Oh yes,
Mineral field depleted.
there she is.
Mineral cluster expended.
Nazi.
Is that it?
Got a lot of defense there, mate.
Do I though?
Upgrade completed.
An LD Washagal.
Ouch! My feeling.
Cannot warp there.
I'm here in the shadows. Veritably.
Whoa.
Take that.
Upgraded.
Feels bad, man.
Forward. We are of one mind. I have met the enemy.
I return to serve. More minerals required. No, not possible. Supply limit reached. Upgrade completed. Cannot warp there. Engaging the enemy.
Speak. Presiding. We begin. Your demands. Ancient presiding.
No minerals. Reached. We are full.
You seek guidance?
Mineral field depleted. The golden are mine. Now are mark mineral cluster expended.
Do they get one shot? No.
Oh wow, very close though.
No, not possible. Supply
Actually,
limit
I
reached.
don't know how I feel about that, but they also cost less supply now, or more supply.
Under attack.
Or less? I can't remember. Less, right?
Oracle.
Upgraded. Mineral field from the shadow. Not possible. Assault data. Vespine geyser exhausted. Mineral field. Later on.
Glorious combat is upon us.
Oh, what are you doing there, buddy?
Mineral field exhausted.
We begin
Army up. Vespine geyser depleted.
with honor.
Let us begin.
Oh, that's where some of my supplies.
My charge.
Glorious combat is upon us.
Victory. Our mind.
Mineral cluster expended.
Vengeance. Our charge.
Mineral field depleted.
Ancient. Your
Mineral cluster.
We meet our fate.
We seek justice.
No, not possible. So
Let our enemy know our fury. Direct my vengeance.
Nexus point under enemy attack. Research completed. Army upgraded.
Wow, these fast Tempests are friggin' awesome.
Nexus point under enemy attack. From the shadow.
Wait, they made him faster?
Yeah. Yeah, they're more fragile, but they're like way more maneuverable.
Oh wow. You don't notice until you notice, but when you notice,
Cannot. No, not possible. Supply.
I am here in the shadows.
Nexus point under enemy attack.
People were complaining about the recoil size, but I think you can actually still fit so many units that it's actually like totally fine. I actually think it might be a buff.
I think so too, a little bit. The fact that you can recall like half your, like, that was a pretty sizable chunk of your army just then.
Exactly.
We are
we begin.
Our mind. Is upon us.
Presiding.
mineral cluster expended. Mineral field exhausted. No, not possible. Supply limit.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do.
Dimensional strings attuned.
Upgrade must be placed in power field. Pylon under assault. We are
Your
My charge.
mineral field depleted.
We embrace the glory of battle.
cluster expended.
Direct my vengeance.
So what's the best unit for killing BCs, I wonder?
Warp there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, is it just stalkers?
It might be.
We
Presiding.
I am here. Vespine geyser depleted. Probes under attack.
Takes a few more of these to kill that.
Go shield batteries!
Prismatic. We cannot hold. My charge. This. We
Insufficient energy.
Yeah, those are very microbial. You have to commit to teleport.
Yeah.
No, not possible. Supply limit reached.
Highlight for iron. Zach Knuckles Afal. Prismatic one.
No, not possible. Pylon under assault. Glorious army upgraded.
Zach Knuckles. We stand. Prismatic core online. Our command me. Assault data. Highlight for iron. We fate. We are at full.
The threads of fate lie bare.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Nexus point under enemy attack.
Oh!
Mineral field exhausted. Mineral cluster expended. Nexus point must under. Cannot attack there. Cannot warp there. I am here in the shadows. Nexus point under enemy attack. Mineral field exhausted.
Genetic matrix active. From the shadows I come.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Battle is upon us. The golden
Cannot warp there. Enemy assaulting probes.
I am here in the shadow.
Must be placed in power field.
I am here in the shadow. We embrace the glory of battle. Is the void.
Mineral field depleted.
Battle is upon
Cannot
us.
warp there.
You require my skills. The enemy closes.
Must be placed in power field.
Just
Must be placed in power field.
ally focus. The shadows. Assault.
No.
We embrace the glory of battle. We embrace the glory of battle.
cannot warp there. Mineral cluster expended. From the shadows I come. Prismatic core. From the shadows I come. Mineral field exhausted. Battle is upon us. Let our enemy know.
My job. We would we fear after all.
No, not possible. Supply limit. Let our enemy know our
We are for wood our master. My job. We are my job. We eat meat. Our
mineral field depleted. Mineral cluster expended. We embrace the glory of battle. Cannot warp there.
It's times like these I wish I had my Stalker key on rapid fire.
Oh, it's cool though. I like it. GG.
GG's. Holy shit, that's so
better
weird.
Lake. It's interesting. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but
The Tempest?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's way more maneuverable, which is always the problem with the Tempest. It's
Yeah, 'cause,
like
yeah.
it's 2 less supply as well. Does it do the same damage? I wonder. I think it's a little bit less damage. I'm not sure. The
I thought
damage
they
kind of
just
looks the
changed
same.
the supply. That's what surprised me.
Yeah, so it is like a lot more fragile, but it still doesn't get one-shotted by Yamato. So in this specific interaction, it's pretty good. And it's the acceleration, I think, which is the main thing as well. Because the
don't
Tempest, I think,
know.
always has to come to a full stop to fire. So it always, after shooting, has to start accelerating. Yeah. Because it's not a fast attack.
Wow.
So the acceleration is huge.
Other than battle cruisers, I don't know what you could even use to counter that. Vikings are
Nuke
just
every
gonna get
expansion?
kited. Yeah, you and your nukes. Oh my god, PTSD.
I used to be really stuck. I'd be like, how the fuck do I beat like Riddler and shit when he just sits there? And I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I was like, make 5 Ghost Academies, Q nukes constantly. Eventually, like, one of them will hit. And once one hits, it's like a cascade where, like, more start hitting, right? Once the turrets and defenses
I
start
didn't
going
realize
down.
how frustrating it was because I've done that to Zergs before, and I'm like, this can't be that bad to deal with. And then you did it to me, and I'm like 7 nukes at like every 3 seconds. I'm like, what am I doing? You're always stressed. You're gonna get your entire army nuked. It's like,
Exactly. That's, like, it's the one thing... I guess, like, the only other thing I can kind of put on the same level is, like a Nidus Worm. But it's like once you've got your main kind of protected, and Nidus is not that scary. Whereas you hear that nuke sound and it's like immediate blood pressure fucking through the roof.
too spooky 5-me, dude.
Does Tempest with Revelation beat battle cruisers? At least until you run out of map to count backwards. Well, with these new Tempests, the battle cruisers literally like never even get close to catching up. Neither do Vikings, Jaden. But we saw that if you blink on top and Yamato them all, that does a pretty decent job. But at that point, yeah, we kind of saw, so there's like a bit of a weird dance, right? Where it's like, well, how much supply do you put in BCs though? And then like, I was like, well, I'm just making more Stalkers and Zealots and I'm counterattacking more, right? So then I was like, okay, I'm damaging the economy. And then I'd like split up my army and stuff like that. I think if you keep your Tempest clumped, you can maybe very quickly recall them if you do it like the second the BCs start teleporting there, and then you can get out just before the Yamato connects, potentially. And I think recall actually has less of a cooldown, or probably about equal cooldown with the tactical jump. Does anyone know what the cooldown is on that?
Can you like just right-click spam the Tempest to make the range like smaller and then recall all of them? Is that a thing you can do?
Wait, right-click spam?
Yeah, like if you right-click spam air units, they kind of clump up together.
Oh,
Could you,
right,
do
like
that and then
magic
recall
bolts.
so the radius. Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to recall like unlimited air units if you clump them up.
Yeah. I saw. I don't know how I feel. It just feels like a buff to recall.